What's up, everybody? How you doing? And on Instagram, you're looking at us right here. Me and my friend, attorney Derek Bernstein, is here, and he's a special guest for today. So I'm waiting for all you guys to get on. DC Baker, how you doing? Let's get this going on here. What's up, Calvin? How you doing? All right, P-Tag, how you doing, guys? Nice to see you guys. Thank you for joining us for Tag Talk Tuesday. I greatly appreciate it. Awesome. Cracker Jack, what's up? Things Games, what's going on? How you doing? Yeah, so we're waiting. Titan Talk Tuesday is going to be awesome this week. I have a special guest here. I'll introduce him. He'll get to talk about himself very shortly, and we'll get into some questions that you possibly may have, and he'll kind of go over some stuff that might pertain to you, might help you out. It's all about credible, good information, guys. So to get things popped off, I always talk about upcoming Titan Medical Center events. So we always got great events going on. What's up, Jay? How you doing, dude? So this upcoming, the end of the month appreciation parties. Tomorrow is the end of the month appreciation parties at Crunch. You're going to see Titanettes at Hillsborough, Seminole, South Tampa, and Countryside. So if you guys want to come out, get some cool Titan gear. You're going to get to see, some of the Titanettes, ask some questions, enter your name in to win some of the cool things like therapies, blood packages, services, anything you want, maybe some clothing. And at that point, you'll get to see the Titans and talk to them too as well. So definitely, join them in those areas. And if you guys got any questions, give us a call at 727-389-3220. Sunday, we'll be at Water, 1 to 6 p.m. We're still at Water, guys. Come out and join us, especially this Sunday. I heard it's going to be beautiful out there.
Should be.
Yeah. It's been cold today, especially, But, it's supposed to warm up, so definitely come out there. I want to buy your injectable vitamins. Calvin Cookie Monster, definitely, dude. If you guys want to become a vitamin amino acid patient, I guess I'll enter this as an event. Guys, our Cyber Monday, we extended it for the week. And for patients, new patients, old patients, we'll get $50 off of therapy. Not every therapy you do. We might give you some discounts on those therapies if you buy multiple therapies, though. So at that point, we want to do that for you guys. So that extends out to new patients, old patients, $50 off the therapy. One of your packages at that point. I want to help you guys out. So we extend it for the whole week. All you got to do is get the new patient paperwork and get in by the end of the week. And that way we can lock you in, and you'll be set up, and you'll be ready to run and roll. So at that point, yeah, that should be good. I don't know if we're going slow like this or what's going on. Guys on Facebook, if you guys see us, can you tell me, Jay or Christine, can you guys tell me if it's coming through good, or are we looking like we are on a delay? Looking good, fellas. It's always be okay. All right, cool. So we're good to go. I just want to make sure. How can I become a patient? So, guys, if you guys want to become a patient with Titan Medical Center, it's really easy, really simple. All you got to do is text or call 727-389-3220. Now, if you're a vitamin amino acid injectable patient, you just want to do vitamin amino acid injectable therapies, or like our ECA Stack Plus, or maybe MK677, you do not need a blood test for that. All you got to do is call or text the number, get the new patient paperwork, fill it out, get it back to us. And at that point, we can get you scheduled with a medical provider, where the medical provider will go over all the necessary paperwork, your history, family history, your goals, possible symptoms, and recommend the possible treatments that will best fit you. Awesome. I know it's legalities thing, so we'll make sure medical provider, right? Of course. Okay. So so make sure you guys get your paperwork done and get it over with. So the Cyber Weekend, the Cyber Week, extend there, we'll do that. That's really it. So I want to introduce my guest, friend, Derek Bernstein. He came down, attorney Derek Bernstein, excuse me. So he will introduce of what he does, and maybe we can get some questions. I've got a question for him, pertains to, a case. He might not have all the answers, but I have some good insight. And if maybe you guys have some questions, and maybe he can answer those too as well. So
thank you, John, for allowing me to come in here, obviously speak to the Team Titan, and come into the realm of the Titanettes. Andrea is one of my neighbors, so I hear about it a lot. We're Facebook friends, so I thought I'd come down here, give a little about my background. I'm primarily a personal injury attorney in the Tampa, St. Pete area, and pretty much all Pinellas Hillsborough, Sarasota area as well. But I do as well handle and have knowledge of many areas, criminal, family, I think the sign in there, but criminal, family, I have knowledge of bankruptcy in different areas of law. So if you're online, if you're on Instagram, you're on Facebook, wherever you're seeing this here, I like to, and you can follow me on my Instagram as Derek Bernstein _personal_injury. I'm on YouTube as well. Just search my name. I do a lot of videos, so I give information. Me and John were just talking about, should I file for bankruptcy? What should I do when the cops pull me over? Can I get relief if somebody sideswipes me? What if I'm injured in a car crash? I'm really just trying to pass it forward, be positive, help people in the community. And I think when that comes with it, just like you're trying to do, helping people, the success will come with it. So I'm not worried about, giving away my time for free. That's fine. That's why I'm here today. So if you have any question on any area of law, feel free to shoot it on here. If you're a little too shy to put it, you can send me a personal message. My name is Derek, D-E-R-E-K, Bernstein, B-E-R-N-S-T-E-I-N, and send me a friend request, copy me, give you my phone number, I'll give you my cell, whichever way you want to get a hold of me. I'll try to answer your questions. So
that's awesome, guys. So Derek is available for all his clients in those areas and here in Florida. He's awesome. He's very knowledgeable, and he gives away like very credible information. And that's what it's all about, guys. Not just like charge you for every little thing. He's actually trying to help you out and give away these little free tidbits. So that it speaks volumes and stuff like that, because you don't have to do that, it's time, and time is money, and time you can't get.
Yeah, but I mean, I tell people, and I have to be constantly have to remind myself, because in personal injury, in law, we're talking money, we're talking money every day. How much can I get this person? How much is my billables? All these things. So I didn't go to law school, become a millionaire. I went to law school to help people. So this is my way of kind of giving back to everybody. So if you have any questions, light up the Facebook, Instagram. Let us have it. If I don't know, or if we don't have enough time here, send me a message. I'll get back to you. You'll be surprised how fast. You can ask John. I always get back to people really quickly. As dumb as you think it is, I'm going to shoot you straight, because I don't need to make money on the question you're asking me.
Right.
So I'm going to give it to you real. If I don't know how to do it, I'm going to get you in contact with somebody who knows how to do it.
That's awesome, guys. And don't abuse it. Okay. All right. So I have a question, and I know we kind of went over it. So liabilities in gyms. Mm-hmm. How's that go? Like what is you usually sign off on that piece of paper in a gym?
Yeah. So what you're signing there is basically called like a general liability waiver. Mm-hmm. And so you'll see things in there, and it'll say like you're writing off everything. Anything that goes wrong, you can't sue them, you can't sue them, you can't sue them. Wow. And so that's not true. It's really good to put in there if you're like a gym owner, or if you have a business. But when you're inviting people, and you have an invitee status, so when you're inviting people to come into your business as an invitee, if they're members, obviously, of the gym, you owe them a certain level of security, of safe passage through your facility. So even though it says something to the effect of, you waive us of every single liability, you still do have recourse. And some of the areas that I see, because I used to work in gyms as well, and one of the things I see, and makes me shake my head, and I won't name law schools as well, but some of their gyms, I look and I shake my head, because they'll let people use either broken or damaged machines. So if you see a machine, or like a lat pull down bar, and it's missing the grip on the right handle, the owner should immediately shut that down. Right. They should shut it down, put it, you cannot use this. Anybody goes there, I don't care if it's the biggest, baddest dude in the planet, needs to go there and work out his back that day. You got to shut it down. You can't let people work on damaged things if they allow people to use those things, because they have a higher level of knowledge of what's there, what should be done, how it should be done. Then what you're doing is you're inviting this person, you're giving them an unsafe area to do it.
Gotcha.
So if a machine breaks, the person hurts themselves, it gets stuck, and the person rips a deltoid or something like that, you have legal recourse to go after them. Not to say every case needs to be a lawsuit, but you should reach out to an attorney, because I know I laugh, because I see people in court every day. I do a lot of small claims things, and you go in there, and these people, they mean well. They're just average people, and I see smart people, doctors, engineers, and they go in court, and it's not the arena they play in.
Right.
And when you go into court and it's not your arena, and you step in and you're going across looking across, and there's a good attorney on the other side, they're gonna eat you for dinner. And you're not going to get in your cell phone pictures. You're not going to get in, what that lady down the block said, and all this hearsay. I have a video on hearsay if you want to check that out. But all these things are not coming in.
Right.
And so if you get an attorney, you reach out to them, you send some letters, you get your documentation in order, there's a much better chance that you're going to get recovery. And I know a lot of people look and say, oh man, lawyers take so much of it.
Right.
And, we have to eat too. We can't do it for free.
Of course.
On these type of injury cases, they are contingent upon us recovering for you.
Right.
So if you went to it alone, how much would you recover?
Right. No,
compared to how much an attorney could get you. When you do the math, it makes sense to get an attorney.
It makes sense. I mean, you guys are doing the footwork. I mean, doing all the paperwork, making sure everything's getting there. I know I've been through it with Sharice and stuff like that, like injury and stuff. And she's permanently injured, so they gave her some money, I think it was like 10 grand or something like that after all the bills. And at that point, lawyer gets, I think 33
most of the time,
right? That's average. So it's worth it because you guys have to do all the work. You guys are going to get more money than us trying to fight an insurance company ourselves.
Correct. And one thing too that people don't realize as well is I work with doctors every day. I work with chiropractors every day. I know people in the community, and I'm putting my reputation on the line when somebody comes to me and say, who should I go to after this injury? And maybe it isn't the worst injury, or maybe it is catastrophic. I work with those people. At the end of the day, when you work with an attorney, there's no guarantees. Whenever you work with an attorney, these are the caveats we have to say. There's no guarantee of an outcome. You're going to get this. Yeah, we have to say these things. But if you're looking at it, when you're working with an attorney, you're going to have better outcomes. You're just going to have better outcomes. I can get into more details specific if people reach out to me. If you reach out to me personally, I just want you all to know that is attorney-client privilege. So the only person who can waive that is when all these cameras are off, we have conversations, we're talking legal stuff, it's attorney-client privilege, it doesn't leave this room. It doesn't leave, that DM, that, Instagram, whichever way you're getting a hold of me privately. Just make sure when you are talking to me that you reach out and there's nobody else around you.
Right.
So if you're on your phone, don't have your wife in the room.
Right.
Don't have your friend. Don't put me on a conference call with somebody. Me and you, we have a conversation and never leaves that room.
Right. Gotcha. Yeah, because that breaks the attorney-client privilege.
It does, because you have to have an expectancy of privacy. I have a video on that too. If you go online, I did a video on my YouTube. I have about 50, 60 videos on there. But, when you are in a gym, they have to make sure, the floor is not slippery. Right. Slip and falls are a little more complicated than it sounds. It's not just there was some water on the floor, you fell on it, and it goes down. But you need to reach out to an attorney so that we can get any video. There's, all the video cameras you see there. Make sure to see how long the spill has been there, what type of procedures they have, when's the last time they looked. It's really complicated stuff. It sounds really simple, which is why I try to take my videos and my posts and take something that's really complicated, like a slip and fall, break it down for every person so that they know, you know what? I watched Derek's video. It looks really weird. Let me call an attorney. And it doesn't necessarily have to be me. I'd love everybody to call me in the world, just like you'd like everybody to come to you.
Of course.
But, it keeps those insurance companies honest, because once they see ESQ at the end, they take you a lot seriously than just what we call in the legal business, lay people. So any person who's not a lawyer is a lay person. Yeah. So they don't take you guys seriously because they know at the end of the day, you can't sue them.
That's right.
So
that's right. You have to go out and spend money.
They have to go. They have to go reach out and show them that they're being serious. And once you do, and having an attorney that and I know you have like 120,000 followers, so I know a bunch of these people aren't just from in Tampa or St. Pete. Yeah. And I grew up in Kissimmee, worked in Orlando, I've worked in Volusia, Miami, different areas for different cases. It's a big network of attorneys that all know each other. We know who does good work. If you're in Miami watching this right now, you get in trouble, reach out to me. I can use my network of people to try to find you somebody that's good, that's going to pick up your phone calls, that are going to respond to your emails, that are going to respond to a text or a Facebook message, and actually, take good care of you. So in the end, that's kind of, what we're here to do.
That's the way to do it, man, because that's how Titan is. We're all about service, patient service, highest quality therapies. And we'll get into those therapies, talk about the therapy of the week. But that's right along the terms of what we do. So I can definitely, it's awesome, man. He knows a lot of different things that I don't know, vice versa, and kind of what we do to him, what he does. So if you guys are going to get advice from somebody, get somebody that's at least certified, licensed, has a degree behind them, that has the education to be able to guide you in the right direction so you can make an educated decision about what you want to do going forward.
Yeah, and I mean, I think that's huge because I'm big on Facebook. You know, I started college in 2004, right when it started. So I've always been on Facebook, and a lot of people will ask legal advice, and they'll get questions from like 19 of their friends.
Right.
And I'll put in there, it just happened last week, and I just put like, I know family law, DM me.
Right.
Don't listen to, your brother-in-law. He may be a smart guy on engineering. If you're trying to build a dock at your house, go ask your brother-in-law. Don't ask me about building a dock.
Exactly.
But if you're talking about being in court, ask somebody you can depend on, because this stuff is not easy. The words in statutes, the words in law, what you read, doesn't mean what you think it means.
Mm-hmm.
And they do that on purpose. The lawyers, we write the laws to confuse people so that our group of people, the lawyers,
you understand,
can understand it. Where it's a club. So medical does the same thing. It's a profession. They're trying to protect. They're trying to protect their own. So when you see words, and you're like, oh, this means this. It doesn't. It's like reading Shakespeare. So when you're reading Shakespeare, go to your English professor. So things, I've told people, I'm like, I've gotten calls before, and they're like, I feel like I have a cause of action. I'm like, you don't.
Right.
You don't. Don't waste any more time. Feel free to go talk to people, but you don't have any recourse. Sorry, you should have had coverage, or sorry, you should have gotten married. Then you could split assets and things like that. But if you're not, I've had these types of conversations over the years. And the nice thing for me is I have a salary places. I don't live a pretty lavish lifestyle. I like to do cool stuff, but I like to save money as I go. So I can tell people, look, you don't want to pay me $350 an hour to get to the end of the road and not have it. So it's not worth it to me. So it's funny when you're on Instagram, you're on Facebook, you're on, Google's the #1 search engine, obviously. Yep. YouTube is the #2 in the world.
YouTube's awesome.
Yeah, I love YouTube. I'm on YouTube. Search my name. But, be careful who you get your information from, because it could cost you a ton of money.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, that's where this really comes out. It's your time. Your time is money. Your headaches. I try to be practical. One of the things I did want to bring up was, when we're talking about gyms, and say a scenario where somebody gets kicked out of a gym, or they're asked to leave, and you go, well, I have a contract with them.
Right. Like Planet Fitness. So if the guys throw down the weights, you get the lunk alarm, they kick you out, right? So
you're like, well, I wasn't being a lunk. I had Planet Fitness with the stupid alarm. I don't like it. My thing in a gym is, if you're strong enough to lift the weights, you're strong enough to put them down.
Yeah, of course.
But it was funny, the alarm thing. But people go, well, I want to fight it. And I look at people, and this could be at a job or whatever. And so what you always have to think in your head is, okay, you call me, we fight it. Do you really want to work out there anymore? At a place where they don't want you there? Do you really want to be at that job where they don't want you there anymore?
Definitely not.
And then some people come in and go, no, I don't want to. I'm like, okay, then why are you willing to pay me to go fight for something that you don't necessarily want? So it's really important when I do talk to people that even if I don't do that thing you want to do, or it's not, I hate the word worth my time, but it's not efficient way for me to make money, I can tell them, like, do you really want this? Is this what you want? And if they say yes, and I go, okay, call my buddy so-and-so, he'll take care of you. But it's so funny when you have to look at what's at the end of the goal. I want to teach somebody a lesson. Don't do it through a lawsuit.
Right.
Yeah, don't do it through a lawsuit.
It's costly at that point.
If you want to sue somebody for money, do it through a lawsuit. If you want to sue somebody to make them feel bad, or to teach them a lesson, it doesn't work, people. It doesn't work. The only thing that will teach somebody a lesson is getting money from them for your injuries and your pain and suffering.
Right.
That's it. So if send them a letter if you want them to feel bad.
Yeah.
If you want to sue somebody, then contact them.
Definitely been there. Definitely done that. It's been a path for me. I've definitely had some issues and had to use some legal teams as far as that goes.
Of course, and I always tell people, look, being a lawyer is tough because people are always ragging us. Oh, it's it's a liar, not a lawyer, or you guys are the worst. You got to get paid so much, or this and the other. But hey, I am here. This profession exists because I need to be here.
Yeah, it's a necessity.
It's a necessity. As soon as you get in that bad car accident, call up the insurance company. Tell them I have $100,000 in bills, and watch how quickly they shoot you down. And then you'll be like, I need a lawyer. I need a lawyer. Let me look it up online. Let me find this lawyer really quick, because we're needed. So You know, it's funny, but I enjoy what I do because I just try to keep people honest, man.
Yeah, man, that's definitely the way to do it. For you guys out there, so if you guys have any other questions for Derek, let me know, or you can DM him straight off.
Or
Facebook.
send it right now.
Or you can send it right now. Yeah, why don't we start some more questions? I want to talk to you guys.
I want you to get to your stuff, though. I'm not trying to hog your time.
Can I talk to a medical provider remotely? So yes, we do it. So you can do a video conference recorded with the medical provider. So you can see a medical provider nationwide. Guys, we do blood testing, hormone replacement therapy, bioidentical for males and females, vitamin amino acid injectable therapies, some of which are niche to our clinic, like Hercules Potion, Titan Complete, Titan Ultra, Nectar of the Gods.
I heard that one's the best.
It's a good one. So Nectar of the Gods really is just it's a combination of a lot of good things to boost the immune system. Mm-hmm. You know, there's some counterparts in there, like the big thing that is in there is like glutathione and NAC. There's a couple other things that are in there, but those two together will help, you know, the liver functions of the body, and will help the super antioxidants and boosting the immune system. So if you're around colds, allergies, you know,
basically Florida, where it's going to be 40 tomorrow morning and then 80 probably by noon.
Yeah, that. But you know, your guys that are traveling, they're going through airports. They got kids that are bringing home germs to them, so they get sick and they come home with those germs and they get everybody else sick. So that's kind of what it is. If you're going out to nightclubs, bars, you know, when we first started, you know, I knew a lot of people in the nightclub industry. So at that point, I told them, I said, you guys are staying out late. You guys are running yourself down. Yeah. You're on all these customers. You're touching all these bills, right? Yeah. I'm like, this is right up your alley. So boosting the immune system is one big thing. And that's why it's big. But glutathione is the therapy of the week too as well. So glutathione, if you don't know what it is, it's the mother of antioxidants. It's a super antioxidant. It's produced in the liver, so it's natural to the body. And at points, what happens is your body just depletes it because of all the toxins in the environment, you know, sickness, you know, whatever, free radicals. Mm-hmm. So at that point, we need to substitute it. So when you do substitute it, like liver functions, we always talk about ALT, AST, which are liver enzymes. So when you go to your doctor, you're going to do a CMP, and it's the comprehensive metabolic panel. And usually it's like 12 or 14. And 12 or 14 means how many tests are in that metabolic panel. And it usually covers like electrolytes, kidneys, liver. So when they look at liver functions, if the liver functions are high, usually a general practitioner freaks out. You know, sometimes people have fatty livers, or if it gets too high, jaundice, so they turn yellow. But those primary cares will want like ultrasounds and like, you know, possible they want to dissect and basically see what piece of that liver and see what's going on. Yeah. So
you see their health insurance card.
Pretty much. At that point, like literally, like it'll get the liver functions down within 3 weeks.
Oh wow.
So blood test approved, awesome. Like, you know, so I mean, at that point we're talking with thousands of patients. It's huge for me, especially. I use it straight glutathione every morning. It's awesome, guys. So if you guys are looking for glutathione, if you guys don't know what it is, look it up.
And so one thing I did write down that I wanted to talk a little about, and it has to go with the supplements. And one of the things I'm huge about is making sure people go to good people to get their things, is when you're talking about in a lawsuit, you buy something from somewhere overseas, say like China. They send you something that gets you sick, that gets you injured, shuts down your kidney functions, just you don't know what you're getting sometimes. A lot of this stuff is unregulated by the government. So it comes in from China, you get sick, who do you sue? And especially a lot of these, you know, these companies, especially, and I'm not trying to pick on China, but, you know, these companies are, you know, the laws are different. The laws are different in if it's coming from, you know, Bulgaria, it's coming from China, it's coming from Indonesia, wherever it's going. So you want to make sure that, you know, your recourse, not that you're going to, but obviously whatever you're going to put in your body, you want to make sure it's great. But it's just, you know, if you are dealing with these companies that you have no clue about, are they even real? Are they registered? Are they insured? Because at the end of the day, you know, the old saying is you can't get blood from a stone. You don't essentially, you know, if you don't sue poor people, you know, you don't sue poor people because you can win, And then I'll get that big judgment. We'll put it in an 8x10 plaque. You can put it on your wall and hang it there because the paper's worth more than going after it. So you go after when you're suing people. You need people with either assets or you need people with insurance policies.
So all right, so two things. So we're hitting on underground like pharmacies. These guys are trying to like copy me like underground injectable amino acids and stuff like that. And it's like, a third of the price, whatever. And I always get the price thing. Well, guys, you don't know where these guys are making it or where it's coming from. There's no testing. There's no potency, sterility, endotoxin testing. It's not coming prescribed in your name from a real U.S. licensed pharmacy. So that's like kind of crazy. Now, what about a supplement? Like if I go to GNC and we know like, I don't want to name you supplement company.
Of course, yeah.
But a supplement company,
you don't want to get that liable or slander.
Of course not.
I have a video for that too. So.
Yeah, no liability, no slander. So I'm not picking on anybody.
Yeah.
But just because there probably is some good ones out there. But a supplement A is on GNC's shelf. I go into supplement shop.
Yep.
I go to supplement shop. I pick up that vitamin A, and this is what it says it's supposed to be. I take it. I get sick. And it's from this supposed to be vitamin
say it has.
It's affected
E. coli.
Maybe 1,000 people, right? Something like
that. Say it's got E. coli, or there's some things like with certain like fluids or something. You'll get like botulism.
Yep.
It sounds like really archaic, but it's about like bad, basically bottling.
Mm-hmm.
You can get botulism. You want to make sure it sounds
bad bottling.
Yeah, bottling, like you get bacterial and viral like bottling of stuff.
Wow.
Like you can get botulism like tomato sauce and stuff like that. It's crazy. But you want to choose products and names, and I love this guy's cheaper, or this guy does it for free or whatever. And I always tell people, sometimes if it's free, it's worth it.
Right.
Meaning like it's worth the price that they're selling it for, which is nothing.
Right.
I've seen reports on because I used to be more into fitness than I am now, but the supplement game is like they've done tests on this stuff and they come back and they're like, it has none of it. It's mostly just filler.
Yeah.
And so you're spending 25% less, but on what?
Right.
On what? And then your recourse is, say you spent $8 on a bottle of ginkgo biloba, and it comes back and it's talcum powder,
right?
In a little pill box, whatever. Okay, you're gonna come to me to go sue somebody for $8?
Yeah.
I mean, if you're paying me by the hour and I can't talk you out of it, I'll take your money, but I don't want to,
right?
Because I don't want to be that attorney. But when you're talking about $8, you just want to make sure that you're actually taking what you're taking. Obviously, this isn't my realm; it's your realm. Right. But I think when you look online and you see the tight nets, and you see you guys, and the stuff works. So I mean, if something seems too good to be true, it is. If you're trying to get over on something, you're trying to undercut something, that's where it's going to be. Where you're going to want to come to me. But hey, if something small happens like that, what I don't want to happen, but what I'd like to happen, hopefully, if everything plays out, is you come to me on you bought the whatever, the almond milk and the almonds in, right? They've done studies on that too. You come to me and I talk you out of you're not going to sue the almond milk people for $5, and then you become a smarter investor, smarter driver, a smarter this. You come to me for those things. In the future, you're set up. You know what to do. You don't go to shady companies. You make sure people are doing good stuff. You can learn how to go on Sunbiz and check people's stuff and go to find it. Does this place have assets? Does this have this? Because this is pretty dangerous. Yeah. Can there be some recourse if things go bad? So that's kind of my goal for everybody is come to me with the stupid things. Ask the questions on the dumb things. Right. Hopefully it leads to a relationship where I can, over time, I get you thinking like me. Not that we need more lawyers thought, but then over in the future, then you're doing better business. People are doing better business when you're, a plumber out there and you're licensed, bonded, insured plumber. Mm-hmm. And you're like, man, these guys can undercut me because they're not doing things right. They're not hiring the right people. They're not providing, payroll taxes. They're not doing all this stuff. Yeah. And then, your whole audience, your 120,000 or however many people are watching this everywhere goes, you know what? I watched Derek on there with John, Titan Medical, and he said I need a licensed, bonded, insured person.
Right.
I'm going to so-and-so who's doing it right.
Right.
Who, because that person's doing it right, buys car insurance that they need. That's good. So then they accidentally hit somebody, they can take care of the person's medical bills and not go after their house or their inheritance or their kids' college funds. I mean, these things, I look at everything. My wife, who was watching earlier. I think, I don't know if she's still watching, but she, you know, I'm pretty crazy. I take things, I keep going and going and going, but it allows me to want to pick up the phone for somebody about that $2 issue, because in my head, I extrapolate it, and I'm looking, I'm like 10 years down the road, I'm saving your child's college fund because of this conversation I'm having with you. Right. So, you know, those types of things are, you know, the things that kind of keep me going.
That's cool. That's definitely cool. It's so informative. I mean, even some of the things like supplements, I don't even think about that. But yeah, I mean, they're unregulated, so like nobody really looks at them as far as they can do whatever it is.
And there was a big campaign back, and I think it was like the late '80s that kept them unregulated. Not that we need more government rules. I'm all about not needing government rules, but that's why it's so important to trust the people that you're getting it from, because you put it in your body.
I totally agree.
You know, these are injectables. You hear about, have you heard about the people who are getting butt injections from people in factory grade silicone in their garage?
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. To save a couple of dollars, they're putting their health at risk. So I mean,
it's putting their life at risk. You don't know what people are, you know, injecting you if you don't trust the source that it's coming from.
Exactly.
And who the heck knows what it could become later on down the road. So to all you people out there, you know, I'm not telling you because I'm a lawyer or I make decent money or anything like that, but watch out for if it seems too good to be true, that you're, you know, you got that lizard brain in your head that says, this is too good to be true. Especially don't put it in your body.
Right.
Don't let the person in your house. Don't, you know, drive around with that insurance that seems way too cheap and things like that.
Right. So be precautious, guys. Make sure you guys are trusting that gut feeling, man. If you guys are having issues. So guys, let's talk about testosterone. All right. And this is probably when I got into the business, it was still taboo. I guess it is still taboo, stereotypes a little bit. But it's become a lot more accepted, I guess, because I think there's a lot more people on these treatments these days, especially, you know, I would say 7 to 8 out of 10 patients that come back male or female come back deficient on hormones, whether it be testosterone or something else. But at that point, it's really funny. So there's studies that are done, and we know that we lose 1% or higher of our testosterone every year after 30. It's a study that's done. I posted up about it in the preventative group. But at that point, we got to look at some of the things and why. And I don't understand why it's these things, and I'll share with you. And I'm going to bring my doctor on next week. So we're going to be talking about some of these blood tests and stuff like that with you guys next week. So definitely tune in. But for me, it's like this. So when we started testosterone replacement therapy, you have to run these labs on people. The lab reference range before was at 346 to 1197. Huge range, right? Well, just recently, they've shortened that range. So now it's 216 to 946. And so they've actually said lowering the average testosterone for males. Don't know why. No. Before, we know our range used to be up to like 2,000, I think. And then in 1985, I was reading the study, a male was like 10% more than what they would be at now, which, you know, they're older and everybody depletes differently. And that's why some people at 21 might get hormone replacement therapy, and some people might go all the way to 50 and not need it. You know, at that point, they might start getting it. But it all depends on symptoms. So, guys, if you guys are getting any symptoms, get a blood test. Get it through us. Get it through somebody else nationwide. What up, Jared? How you doing? Casey Sue. If you guys missed it, this is my guest, Attorney Derek Bernstein. You guys can see his name if you're on Facebook, if you're on Instagram. Go check him out. Okay.
YouTube.
He's on YouTube. LinkedIn. Are you on Twitter?
Yeah.
Twitter. And are you on Snapchat?
No.
No Snapchat?
Yeah.
Oh,
I just don't like it.
That's where all the kids are at.
Yeah, that's why I'm not there.
You're going to be an attorney too later on.
Well, that's why I'm on Instagram. I like the Instagram. Get the younger crowd in there too.
Yeah. So I mean, if you guys don't subscribe to my YouTube and his YouTube, please hit the subscribe button. I appreciate it. What up, P-Tag? How you doing, man?
Yeah, my videos are, I have ones on, you know, if you're considering filing bankruptcy, to, hey, I did one last week on if you think you're too broke to file for divorce. I did a video on there which talks about indigent status waivers. Obviously, I make zero money of somebody who can't afford to hire me. So if you're looking here and you're like, I can't afford an attorney, I got videos to help you if you go to court alone. I literally just sit there.
That's awesome.
I literally sit here.
That's
you know,
good.
people ask me how I come up with things, and I just live my life every day. And I look around and I just go, well, I see this differently because I'm an attorney.
Right.
Let me take that from something really complex and just kind of shoot people straight. So if you're out there, like I said, reach out to me. I love talking about this stuff. You know, it's my passion is helping people, and you know, from any type of law to, you know, whatever you can think about. And you know, I like talking about it. And
yeah, that's good. You're passionate.
I'll probably talk. You know, you can tell from here. I'll talk for somebody for 30 minutes on the phone about something stupid, and then talk food and travel and all those things as well. So you know, if you're there, if you're, you know, whatever you're into, you got my video up here that I had to call, "Can I deny my baby daddy visitation if he doesn't pay child support?"
That's good.
And so a lot of people go, you know, my ex, he's a piece of garbage, whatever. He's not paying child support. Can I deny him coverage? And I go, no. You know, I just shoot him straight. No. No. So, you know, I try to keep it light. I try to keep it to questions I think people would want. They got it up there on the Facebook there as well. So, you know, if you have any questions throughout the week, you know, literally as easy as sending me, shoot them over for your Titan family here of things that come up. And a lot of my answers are going to be, I'll let you know, are going to be Florida specific.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Some are generally carries over everywhere, but Florida specific because I practice in Florida, and the laws in Florida are way different than Louisiana, than California, than New York. So I'll tell people, hey, where do you live? Oh, I live in Pennsylvania. And I'm going to go, family law. I don't know. I don't know Pennsylvania law. Find somebody in Pennsylvania, and they'll go, do you know anybody in Western Pennsylvania? Go, no, I don't. You know, then you got to go to Google. Or, you know, or I can go and think, and I go, you know what, I got a buddy of mine, actually just saying like Pennsylvania, you know, one of the guys I work with, he's from Pittsburgh. I go talk to him and try to, you know, hey, do you know anybody there that you went to school with? Yeah, boom, and then you get connected that way. So it's pretty, you know, it's a weird little.
Oh, trust me, that's definitely had to use some connections for the lawyers from time to time, and definitely help, man, for sure. Usually, you know, I like to have lawyers that are really good with the court, judge usually, and they usually know them. They're usually local.
Yeah, you got to be
local.
Local's huge, and also, I did a video on too. Is you don't want the jerk. There's a lot of human element, and you know, you deal with people every day.
Yeah.
This is customer service business. I mean, you know, I got the fancy degrees and stuff, but it's customer service based. Judges are human beings. Opposing counsel are human beings. Adjusters, insurance adjusters have a ton of power. If you pick up the phone and you're that pit bull, bulldog, rah, 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 yell at people, you know, kind of like thing you see on TV, like, I won't stand for, I need $1 million right now. Well, if you're going to need that person, then to get that $1 million, you're going to have to go all the way to a trial, maybe past an appeal and years down the road. Or if you're a nice person, you present things, you're professional, you know what you're talking about, and the other person knows you're not bluffing, you're going to get a lot of things done. So I go to court when I need to go to court, but if I can work something out with a phone call, you know, the more I'm sitting at my desk typing, the more I'm working on all these people's cases. You get things done. It's not about being, you know, oh, I got to be in court and I got to win, and I'd rather be. It's an ego thing. I'd rather just, you know, settle cases, make money, go on to the next one, and keep it going instead of always having a fight. Fighting gets, you know, tiring.
It does, for sure, guys. New Year's is right around the corner. New Year's resolutions. You got New Year's resolutions you're wanting to?
Yeah, I got to lose some weight too.
Okay.
Thanksgiving, I hit it pretty hard.
Tell us a little bit.
So I like, my thing to make is mashed potatoes. That's my.
Okay.
I do it big, and then, you know, you got to eat all the leftovers and all that stuff. So I've been hitting the gym pretty good, but I need to get my diet under control.
Gotcha.
So.
All right, so diet's a big one, guys.
Yeah.
I always say it's not a magic pill or injection. It can help you give you the tools.
Lifestyle.
It is. It really is. It's about changing it, healthy habits, getting people there.
Macaroni and cheese is delicious.
Yeah.
But you got to work it out. That's why you hit the gym hard. You take your supplements. You take your injectables. You go and enjoy that, because I think, you know, like you, me, you know, my goal is always to be happy, and health is a huge part of that. So if you're happy, you know, I mean, that's what I want the next year. My goal is to be happy I'll be happier when I feel better, when you look better. Go out to water. I haven't been out to water yet. I was there when it used to be Hogan's.
Yeah.
I hated it.
Way different now.
So I got to come out there. And you feel better when you go out there and you look good. And
yeah,
so that's the goal, you know, is to feel better and hold your
chin
out.
Good, perform better, man. That's the motto.
Exactly.
That's the right thing. Speaking of water, so water, New Year's, we will be at Water Tight Medical Center. We'll be. And we're sponsoring the event, and we're going to have our good friend and host, Mario Lopez.
That guy doesn't age.
He don't age. I wish I could claim he was a Titan, but he's not.
I'm not bringing my wife.
She's a friend of the Titan, but
she loves Mario Lopez.
He's going to be good.
Like from the AC Slater.
He's going to hold the Titan Medical Sign, take a picture with us the whole night. So I'm excited. We did it with him last year. I'm really excited this year. So if you guys are looking to do something New Year's, you're in the Tampa Bay area, we're going to be at Water. What's up, Chrissy? How you doing? We're going to be at Water Fireworks on Water. I think they're going to do that again this year. Cabana. It's going to be really, really cool. So we'll be there. Mario's going to be there. That's going to be awesome. I got a speaking conference I'm doing. I'm going to announce that later. But the code for Water is Titan, all capital Titan. That should use some discounts on some things. The speaking event I'll speak about very soon in the next Titan Talk Tuesday. I'll also bring up the book that I just came out with. Go over some of the blood testings with one of our doctors. So you guys can go through all the blood tests and see exactly what those little tests mean. Maybe you knew, maybe you didn't. But if you didn't, you'll learn.
But I do got to get out of here.
Yeah.
And I appreciate it, guys. Derek Bernstein on Facebook, Derek Bernstein on YouTube, Derek Bernstein on LinkedIn, and Derek Bernstein _personal_injury on Instagram. But John, I appreciate you having me.
I appreciate
it. And guys, like I said, it isn't, if you can't get a hold of me, DM me. I'll give you my cell phone and keep your questions coming.
Awesome.
Appreciate it, guys.
Thank you, guys. So, guys, I'm on here. I might as well get any questions that you guys may have. I am solo right now. As you see, the book was up on there, The Ultimate Health Bible, your guide to anti-aging, fat loss, and disease prevention. So at that point, me and Jeff Bahar wrote that book. And at that point, we wanted to touch on a lot of different things. We've seen a lot of bad information out there on the internet or getting passed along, or people just didn't know. They didn't know where to start with nutrition or what hormones to look for, a blood test to do, or maybe healthy habits or bad habits they might have. So that's what the book does cover. We got a lot of great things. I'm really, really proud of it. Thank you, Jeff, for writing that book with me and pushing me the way you did. I appreciate it, dude. So it's really, really big, guys. That's huge for me. Therapies, glutathione, I know we talked about. That's the therapy of the week. Guys, take advantage of Cyber Titan all week. We're going to go Cyber Week all week. Instead of Cyber Monday, we're going to make it a whole week for you guys. Get the new patient paperwork, get it in, get it done. So, guys, I'm John from Titan. I'm going to sign off. I really appreciate you guys all tuning in. Big ups to my guest that was here, Derek Bernstein, attorney at law. I really appreciate him having it here and answer some of the questions. If you got any other questions, you guys can talk to him personally or DM us, and I might get an answer for you. All right? So, I'm John from Titan. And I am officially signing off. Wait, what are the legalities in regards to taking your therapies in a carry-on bag while flying? You can put it in your bag. So while traveling, these are all doctor monitored and prescribed therapies. So they're prescription based. So you can take those medications wherever you want at that point, and you can take them in your bag. When I travel, and I've owned Titan Medical Center for 6 years, we've been in business. I've traveled all around the world. In my bag, I carry all my injectables, all my vitamins, amino acids, everything like that. All my syringes are in there, so I carry them with me on the plane. Now, the cold items, if I have to travel with the cold items, I actually have a video on YouTube on how I travel with the cold items. But what I do is I do put those in the one I'm going to check. But I have to bag it up in like 3 or 4 different bags, make sure it's going to be cold, make sure the condensation of water doesn't get out of what I wrapped it in and get on my clothes or whatever else is in there. You don't want soggy clothes when you get off the plane, right? You got to make sure those outfits are taken care of. You might have something that might get wrecked. So you got to protect it. Now, there's a video on YouTube about that, and I want you guys to check that out if you guys are traveling. If you have any questions, if you need a travel script, and that's a piece of paper saying these are your prescriptions. If you feel better like that, we can provide that because we are a full medical center and we do service nationwide. So our patients can get a travel prescription and they can have it from the doctor stating those medications are yours. No problem, Pete. Anytime, dude. You got any other questions, you can call or text the line. We'll be happy to help you out too as well. So that was with traveling with the therapies. I want to touch on one more thing, and that is the needles or syringes. So I get the question all the time, and I've done the videos online. If you haven't checked them out on YouTube, go check them out. It's on Titan Medical Center. I've got all the videos on there. But we did videos on injection sites, how to reconstitute medication, a number of different things, right? So at that point, we still get the question, and I haven't covered it in a video, but I will cover it in a video very shortly that we will post on YouTube and stuff like that, so you can go check it out anytime you want. And I will cover like gauge of needles and syringes for patients or for people that need the information, because everybody doesn't know. What do I inject ATG with? What do I inject testosterone with? What do I inject Hercules Potion with? What do I inject Glutathione with? What do I inject Titan Ultra with? And at that point, we can tell you with a phone that every injectable like HCG or Hercules Potion or Titan Complete or Titan Ultra can be done with the insulin syringe. Insulin syringe is about, it's 29 to 31 gauge, just depends. And it's usually to give insulin for patients, but it's for a subcutaneous injection. A subcutaneous injection, you want to give it a 45-degree angle, usually 3 inches from the navel on either side, whatever, if you're left-handed or right-handed. I have videos covering that too as well, so you guys can look at that. But that's an insulin syringe, an insulin needle, and you're going to cover most of the therapies with that. The only other needle or syringe that we give out to patients usually for their therapies is a testosterone syringe and needle. At that point, it's usually a 23 gauge 1 inch. Now, medically, intermuscular, especially to a glute, which is, your butt cheek, at that point, they usually use a 22 gauge and 1 or 1.5 inch needle. Now, that's a large needle with a bigger gauge. The littler number on the gauge, the bigger the bevel on that needle. So you don't want like an 18 gauge to inject into you. That's what they usually draw blood with, stuff like that. Hey, what's up, Suli? How you doing? Javier Rivera, Jay Rivera, what's up? At that point, you want to know the needles and syringes. And I know, like on Facebook, if you're looking at it, the ones with the orange tips are insulin needles. So they're really, really small insulin needles. And they're usually 1 ml or 100 units that they'll show on you. Some are 50 units or half of them, though. On here, you'll see a 1 ml, 30 gauge insulin needle and syringe. And then with the testosterone, we usually use a 23 gauge 1 inch. So at that point, you know exactly, what it is that you need to inject these medications with. And if you don't know what to inject these medications with, you can always call or text us or email us at Titan Medical Center, and we're going to be able to help you if you're a patient. You're always going to get the advice from the medical staff or the medical doctor or medical provider. They're going to go over that information with you as far as prescriptions and go over all your blood work, new patient paperwork. Don't go over with a patient coordinator. I see a lot of different things out there. A patient coordinator, I did my blood and I got it back real quick. And Charlie said that I should be on this, this, and this. Charlie said, or the doctor, or who? Did you see a doctor? Did you see a medical provider? Did they go over this information with you? Did they cover it? If your answer is no, you better go somewhere else. If you care about your health anyway. If you don't care about your health, I guess you can stay there and just let it ride out and do whatever you want to do. It's your body, your temple, your choice. So at that point, make the right choice, I hope. If you don't make the right choice, me and Derek were talking about it, you can deal with the consequences, whether it be your health, you get an infection, have some problem, it isn't what it says it's supposed to be on dosage or medication or milligrams or whatever it is. So at that point, you guys need to make sure that whatever you're taking is what it is. All right? So I think that's it for Titan Talk Tuesday. I will give away some free apparel, though, and I will give away the gift certificate. So text the number 727-389-3220, hashtag Titan Gear for the apparel. The 10th one that texts will win. And for the $100 gift certificate, hashtag Titan Gift. So Titan Gear or Titan Gift, hashtag it to 727-389-3220. If you guys need any help from us or any services, please call or text 727-389-3220. Hit the subscribe button on YouTube. Check us out on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and Snapchat, guys. I'm John from Titan, and I will talk to you guys soon. You guys have a nice night.